Now, on one of the videos we discussed today, you will know that we indicated or highlighted that when you look into the wait times, ET5 Touring, ET5 mid sedan, ES6, EC6, they don't have any wait times anymore, whilst the ES7, it's also not having the wait time. But for the issue, or the biggest thing about the ES7 is that they have decided to stop production of that old ES7, and they are going to launch a new ES7 this year with the NT 3.0, which is something that is great, because apparently this might be the model that takes not only, or that we see massive changes not only on the interior but also externally. There will be massive changes, which the reason why I'm telling you I'm talking about the ES7 is because we saw a video which, as soon as you notice that this car looks like a big SUV. It's not the ES6, but it looks like a brand new SUV, and it's a Nio SUV because of, first thing you will notice with the light, this is a Nio SUV and not Onvo, which is something that signals, or that could be signaling, that this is the ES7 that Nio has been busy working behind closed doors, right? Which is something that is pretty exciting. Now, the revamped or the new ES7, it's expected to attract quite a number of people. It's expected to outpace or to do much better than the previous NT 2.0 ES7. You will know that the NT2 ES7 was not doing that well. On a monthly basis, they were selling like 300, 200, 400 of that model, which shows you that it is one of the models that was struggling under the Nio main brand. Top 4 selling models: ET5 Touring, ET5 mid sedan, ES6, EC6 constituted to about 90% of total Nio sales on a month to month. And knowing that these other 4 are not doing that well, knowing that the ES7 is that model that out of the last 4 that constitute to about 10 to 15% of Nio's total sales on a month to month, the ES7 is the one with the lowest. It is something that is not good, right? It is with no doubt that the new revamped model that Nio is introducing might change the whole story, the whole scenario that we've been seeing coming from the ES7, which is going to end up resulting into this car turning into a car that is able to sell well. Because what people were struggling, I suppose, to decide or to go for the ES7 was because there is the ES6, which is 368,000 RMB. Then there is the ES8, which is over 470,000 RMB. And because of people, if they want a big SUV, they go for ES8. If they want a medium SUV, they are going for the ES6, which therefore makes ES7 not having that spot where it comes in between the ES6 and the ES8, which is why it has been struggling. But the way Nio is doing it right now, they want to make sure that they also, or the ES7 also gets the piece of the pie, which this simply means that we could expect the things to change out of this model, because right now they are changing it completely. They are making sure that, or I hope they've made sure that it looks completely different from the ES6, different from the ES8, but obviously it cannot go over the ES8. They have to make sure that ES8 in terms of standards, it is up there, but ES7, it remains below the ES8, but there is a difference between it and the ES7, meaning that if you are they have to show you both cars and you have got the money, you should go for an ES7 because of the looks, because of the styles, because of how it actually looks like, and not go for the ES6. That's how it should be. But as it stands right now, you go straight to the ES6, because even when it comes to beauty, ES6 is more beautiful than the ES7, or the NT 2.0 ES6 is beautiful than the ES7, which, yes, they were talking about suspension is different and all that, but when you just look generally, you would go for the ES6 even if you have the money. But I think what Nio is trying to do right now is that they are trying to make sure that if you have enough money, don't struggle to go for the ES7 if you have to choose between the 2 models. This is what I think Nio is going to strive to do, and make sure that there is a difference between the ES6 and the ES7. There are various features that you find only on the ES7 and not on the ES6, which we are going to see that take place. And this car, the fact that it's being tested on the roads, on the streets, simply means that it's very close from being launched, which I cannot wait to see this car starting with sales, especially just to see how it performs, knowing very well that it is a model that used to, or that struggles in terms of generating sales. So I look forward. We have seen sort of like a photo which is yet to be confirmed, but it appears that it will look, or it will be comparable to have a similarity, or it's going to be on that level like Range Rover, which is something that is pretty good, and we look forward to that. Q2, from Q2, that is when Nio will be starting with the, of course, official unveiling of their facelift models for 2025, and from there we can expect delivery to start as soon as possible. 1% came on the video I did discussing the wait times for the ES6, ET5 Touring, ET5 Big Sedan, and the EC6, to say that the wait times are no longer there. And they asked something very important. He said, what if they are about to start with the deliveries of the NT 3.0, the 2025 facelift models? And honestly, there is a possibility that that is the case, because those cars have went to regulatory filing. Most of those cars, we have seen them being test driven in the streets of China, and that could mean that in Q2, right now in Q2, and Q2, you will know that it starts from next month. April falls under Q2, and meaning that from April we could see some of those cars are starting with not only the launching but with the deliveries. But we will wait, we will see how things unfold. But I look forward, I remain positive, and I say we need to expect great things to be coming out of Nio. ES7, it appears that this car, it is looking similar to the ES7, because it's a bit bigger than the ES6 but smaller than the ES8. And we know that this is a Nio car because of the headlights, right? And it just makes me wonder exactly how it will look, a real picture and the actual picture, because what we've been seeing, it's not actual pictures showing the actual car on the road, which I cannot wait to see the actual thing. So yeah, man, I just thought I'd give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. Blue skies coming, long term will win. That's all from me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that at least you don't get to, so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. I will see you on the next one, and God bless you all.